NFL24, and the wait is over for this rivalry game. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Pittsburgh Steelers. All that and more coming up next.
Oh, the cold weather certainly helping set the stage for what should be a physical primetime contest at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here in the Steel City, I'm Brandon Gaudin, joined by my partner, Charles Davis. And Charles, it doesn't matter what year it is, who the players are that are wearing the black and gold. It is never an easy assignment to come in and win here in Pittsburgh on this field.
And this team always takes on the identity of this city. They're going to be tough physically, but they're also going to be tough mentally. Just 3 head coaches in 54 years. They've established their program. They know who they are. Good luck coming in and trying to take one from the Steelers.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Ravens, I think everybody seems ready to turn the page from 2022. A tough finish down the stretch. Some wacky plays in that loss to the Bengals in the wild card round. They just want to reset and come out swinging in 2023.
Oh, I love how you just expressed that. You're exactly right. Reset and come out and playing Ravens football again. And look, they had some anxious moments in the offseason. Now, a sigh of relief. They have their key pieces in place. They're ready to attack.
Two hard-hitting blue-collar franchises, one of the better rivalries going. The Ravens and Steelers are underway. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the poise to handle responsibility. He stays calm under any kind of pressure, and he brings out the best of his teammates each and every week.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, completes this to Ward. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Oh, and that is incomplete.
He'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Now a give, right side. Parker. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Parker. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. The Steelers send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now Sanders. Oh, nice move. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They start the drive on the ground with Lewis. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. That O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the two defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers. If the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. 2 carries for him now on the opening drive, both for good yardage.
And based on film study, they thought that there was a chance to spring him more than once for some pretty good yardage in this game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Going to throw right side here, complete. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up second down. There it is, the defense waking up after 3 plays that hurt them. Finally, they stand up.
They have a little pride, too, you know. 3 straight first down type plays. Yeah, they wanted to make one stick on their side, didn't they?
2nd and 9 now. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. They'll look to throw here. And that will be incomplete. The Steeler defense locked in, forcing an upcoming 4th down.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a 4th down.
So 4th down coming up. John Harbaugh sent on the field goal unit from the right hash. This from 33. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and the Ravens strike first and 3's in. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Now that's a big-time run. Lightning in a bottle, forget it. He exploded out of the bottle for that type of a pickup.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. He finds Parker. A nice little juke. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 8 there on the play. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL. Being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Now Roethlisberger looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Washington. And he will have a Steelers 1st down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the 1st down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well. So, Charles, this defense in for a tough matchup. What do you think the game plan is here tonight?
Well, I think the game plan is the same as most, which is, hey, pass rushers, do your job. Coverage guys, do your job. And the linebackers are going to be a mix. Sometimes they'll drop in coverage. Sometimes they'll pressure the quarterback. But,
touchdown! A 24-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
An extra point attempt here still to come. Footing likely going to be an issue all night here on a rainy night, but this one is good. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with the Steelers finding the end zone. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Dumps it off to Lewis. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that'll bring up a second down in just a couple.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
They'll stay with Lewis here on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 49 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
A second down run with Lewis. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. A throw over the middle, taken in. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it's second down.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Now back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
And a really good show of force there as he gets through for 4 tough yards.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd down and 6 now. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
Nice call on defense, rolling out the nickel package for that big third down play, and he did an excellent job locking down coverage and forcing him to try and run for it, and he doesn't get there, which brings up a big 4th down call.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. Well, good start for him in this one here, the first quarter, and he's now 2 for 2 on field goals.
And I know while the offensive coaches are telling their guys, hey, let's leave the kicker out of it unless it's an extra point, this could pay dividends if this game is tight down the stretch. His confidence is going to be sky high if they need him for a big-time kick.
So we're back to a one-point game now as the kickoff comes. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll keep it on the ground. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On 2nd down now. It's Parker. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third and 2. Now Roethlisberger. And he is caught. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit them quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Roethlisberger. And that nearly a turnover, but it's incomplete. Oh, fortunate to retain possession there, and it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side, taken in by Washington. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. A quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And based on my math, they've only converted one time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. Third downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And this will be a long field goal if the skies were clear, but here in the rain and the elements, they'll go for it on fourth. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one. And that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
I don't care what level of football you played. This one was a universal, wasn't it? When we were kids and we played touch football, remember we get in these positions and you just say, everybody go along, and hope someone would come free.
So now following the big play, they've got a first and goal all the way down at the 10. On play action, they'll throw. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10. In motion left here, one of their tight ends. Now he's flushed out right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
They'll drop to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. From 4 yards out. And the Ravens have retaken the lead.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Come on, baby, rock and roll.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense, gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 26 and a first down. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do it.
John Harbaugh never shy about bringing out the red challenge flag, and he'll do so here. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 28. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Steelers first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On first down, Parker. And power running here down to the 6-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
From the 6 now on 2nd and 3. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here. Here's Roethlisberger. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Bettis. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense can miss too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Now the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Here's the Steelers kick team as they'll boot this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And hold on here because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long. And it's a fumble. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the counter, it's Lewis. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. The draw play here, Lewis. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at fourth down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. Pulled in at the 24. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
He found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
The Steelers send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And Sanders now to return. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again.
They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
And he is not going to go anywhere. We're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Well, there's no doubt about that one because even though he hasn't left the pocket, he's got a receiver in the area. So it's not grounding, even though there's no way that ball was going to be caught.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. This is going to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. A call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He completes this into the hands of Miller. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's complete to Ward. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Complete to Washington. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Roethlisberger on first down.
Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Steelers would extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 8.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. To throw here, Roethlisberger.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This one from 48 yards away. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Back to you guys in a bit. But first, we welcome everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives, trying to slow things down a little bit.
70 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on second down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
2nd and 4. Trying to lay one up deep. He's got him in. Complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Still all sorts of time left in this game, and you'd like to be able to say take it one play at a time. But the truth is, they're probably going to have to hit on a few big plays in the passing game to close this gap, and that's a good start right there.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle here, it's Lewis. Taken down at the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd and 6. Back to throw here. Now he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there, but he's starting to hit them with some big plays.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
We've got to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. He's got Mason complete. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. They'll send a tight end in motion right. They'll try to run for it. Lewis. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. They'll try and pick it up with Lewis. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on fourth down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. A quick throw there is incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. It's complete to Parker, left side. And able to use his stiff arm for a little bit of leverage before he's taken down. A pretty good game. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So that play much needed there as they're all the way up near the 40 for a 1st and 10. Roethlisberger will throw. And his throw is incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Parker. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
3rd down and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Parker. And he will have a Steelers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. On the right side, this is Miller. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Roethlisberger. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 34-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down, second and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Second down and a little more than a yard here. Roethlisberger now off the bootleg. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This defense can use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. To throw again is Roethlisberger. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Defense was expecting run, and they're down to pass of over 15 yards.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances. So they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed. Because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Disastrous outcome there on 3rd and goal. They lose 9 yards on the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Two things to watch. First is strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
Fights through it. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
81 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They've got his man complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down.
Well, dialing up that play call certainly meant that he grabbed a little extra shot of courage on that one because normally on 3rd and short, you're just trying to move the sticks, get the ball just past that line of scrimmage. Instead, they take the big shot downfield, and it pays off.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Shotgun handoff for Lewis. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. That is caught. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. He finds his man complete. That's Mason. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, you know those pass rushers, they're in the starter's block. They're just waiting for the pistol to fire. You can almost hear the defensive coaches on the sideline pre-snap. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Really good job there of identifying it and making the play to force 4th down.
They'll try and run for it. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. You get down this deep, Charles, you hate to settle for a field goal. They roll the dice on 4th down, really just hoping to get that first. But as it turns out, they take it all the way into the end zone.
You mentioned that they took a little bit of a gamble there. Think about it this way. Most teams throw the ball in this situation in the NFL, so they really gambled with a running play, and boy, did it pay off. Pay dirt.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Now Lewis here on first down. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run, and the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more. Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
On third down, Roethlisberger.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have the Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way, worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nowadays, quarterbacks don't mind throwing into coverage because of the confidence they have in their receivers to come down with the ball. But sometimes you have to be careful you don't get too confident and throw an interception.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Ben to throw again.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Roethlisberger.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Roethlisberger. Got a man. That's Ward. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on 1st down. That's complete to Ward. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Roethlisberger. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Miller.
And the Steelers are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play...
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Steelers have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter.
And that right there is a definition of a statement drive. You're in the 4th quarter, trying to get to the finish line, and here they were able to hold the ball for a long time and move it down the field. And how about them finishing it off with the touchdown run? Winning football 101, check that box.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's 2nd and 8. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now a quick throw as that's complete on the hitch route. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it second down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Lewis between the tackles, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now back to throw.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. On the handoff, Lewis. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there.
Play action. It's Roethlisberger.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They run the counter. It's Parker. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? You just give your superstar the ball and continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
On third down, Parker, and he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here.
They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Parker. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
On 2nd down. And he loses the football a 2nd time. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Steelers first down as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I could see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Roethlisberger will throw. And he comes back with one complete. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Throw left side taken in by Miller. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
So on 4th down here, Mike Tomlin says, let's just get 3. This to make it a 3-score game late. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
Here's the Steelers' kick team as they'll boot this one away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll drop to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on fourth down.
Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
There he goes, right side. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line.
A lot more was on the line in this one than just defending your home field, CD. They defend their home field against a division rival and get the victory, so this one feels a little extra special.
It has to, right? There's always just a little more emphasis on games like this. Everyone talks about playing each game the exact same way, but you and I both know that is not true. Division rivals, you want to take care of business not just at home, but against a team that you really don't like very much, too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports.
The Steelers earn the win at home as we say so long from Pittsburgh.